Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all the things that I've been knitting on over the past week. Today is Sunday, May 17th, 2026, and this is episode 139. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. And today I'm coming to you from a cloudy, overcast, maybe rainy Southwest Wyoming. Let me shut the door. Everyone is home today, and so they are popping in and out, and the dog is making noises downstairs. So hopefully we won't get interrupted too much today. Excuse me. It looks like it's going to, well, it looks like it's raining a couple miles away over in those fields. I can see out my big windows up here, and it looks like it's either foggy or rainy out there. It's very gray. A nice day to sit by the fire and knit, but we've already turned the heat off for the year. We are not planning on using the fireplace the rest of the year, and so I'm wearing my Lakes pullover today to help keep me warm on this dreary, cold, let's see, 46-degree day. I think our high is only supposed to be 46. That's Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what the Celsius is, but it's a little cool today. So I'm wearing the Lakes pullover by Ozetta. I knit this just a couple weeks ago. Well, I finished it a couple weeks ago. It starts out with the two saddle shoulders. I don't know how well you can see that. The two saddle shoulders. Then you pick up the back, work a few rounds till you get where you'll probably join for sleeves. Pick up one front, pick up the other front, join here, and then go back and forth until you get to where you're going to, oh, it's snowing, where you're going to connect for in the round, and then you work in the round for a while. You do a 1x1, pretty long 1x1 hem. On the bottom, I did a tubular cast off on all of my 1x1 ribbing. Then you come back and you pick up your sleeves, and you do your sleeves as you decrease, and then do the 1x1 cuff. And I've got my tubular bind off. Then you come back, you pick up the collar, and it is a folded collar. So this is in the, I want to say, Big Twist Fleck. It was one I got from Joann's in the summer a couple years ago, probably about 3 years ago, and it was one of their summer special line. It is ice cream cake, and so it's got the white with all the tweed flecks. So this is the Lakes pullover by Ozetta. She is Haley Smedley, and it is knit in mostly acrylic. I think this is an acrylic blend. Oh, I see the leftover ball over there. I'll go grab it. It is the Big Twist. And this is 85% acrylic, 10% polyamide, and 5% linen. So this was all I had left of this. I think I used, this was my 6th skein. So I got to wear this to school a few weeks ago because it was kind of a chilly, rainy day. But that is, I think that's all I have about this. I knit the second size. I don't remember the needle size. Will be in my project page linked in the description box below. I will link all my project pages for all the projects I talk about. I'll link yarn shops and bag shops in the description box below also. And anything else that I talk about today, or anything else that you might be interested in finding out more about me. So the first, let's go with what I finished or worked on this week. I didn't have any finished objects this week, so we'll go with works in progress. The first one, I have a new cast on. I cast on a new pair of socks. This is in a Mountain State Stitches bag, and I am using Stitchin' with Yarn, and this is the Beach Wedding color. It's 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 394 yards per 100 grams. And I needed a vanilla sock on Wednesday. I had taken my mom in for a doctor's appointment on Wednesday, and I needed a vanilla sock to work on while she was in with the doctor. So I cast on using my 9-inch circular needles. I cast on using a size 0 2mm needle. These are the Chow red lace. I cast on 64 stitches with a German twisted cast on. I did 20 rounds of a 2x2 ribbed cuff. Then I started on the straight vanilla part. I mark every 10 rounds with my stitch markers, and after this is the 70th round, and on this one I go around, start my heel. So I did the heel flap in the Crazy Sock Ladies pattern, heel turn, did my gusset stitches, and then when I count my rounds for the foot, I start counting, like the next round after the 70th round is round 1, and I do that many more rounds. Sounds like they are back in the house. So this is my vanilla sock. I am making this for one of the ladies that I work with. She does not have a sock from me yet, so I want to get this done before the end of the school year. We only have 2 weeks left. So I will get this done for her. Here's the cake. And that's the only sock I worked on this week. Last Sunday, I pulled out this project. This is in a Redsldycreats bag. And this is my Jaunty shawl by Andrea Mowry. I'm making the fingering weight size. So I'm using a US 2.75mm needle for this. And I got pretty far last week, well, Sunday and Monday. I wanted something I didn't have to think about. So I was right here last time I showed it, and I did this much. I am on the decrease section. So I wanted to get to the next color, so I just worked and worked and worked and worked. I knew it was coming up because you can kind of see in the cake, and I'm wondering if it'll go from blue to yellow or keep kind of the blue, yellow, pink in the middle, kind of like blue, yellow, like that. So I am more than halfway done. If we fold it on the point, I've got not much left to go. So I want to work on this and get it finished. This is something I can sit down and mindlessly work on because it's just back and forth. The right side row is the half fisherman's rib and the wrong side row is just knit all the way across. And so that's pretty easy to just sit and knit and not have to think about anything. I have my row counter so I don't have to look at the pattern. I don't have to tick off any, because you have to do decreases every so many rounds. And so when I get to that on my row counter, I know it's time for a decrease round. I reset and just keep going. So this is pretty easy. I needed something on Sunday and Monday to keep my mind off of the rest of the week. So I just worked on this a lot. I'm hoping, I really want to get this done, but I also really want to get those socks done. So I'm hoping maybe I can split my time between those two and get this done. It is a fun project. I already have yarn picked out for my next one, or 3. So it is a fun project. I really enjoy working on it, and you can just sit and just mindlessly work on this once you have the pattern repeat down. Then I also have 2 sweaters that I was able to work on this week. This first one is in my Fate's Threads bag. Fate's Thread is no longer making bags, but I love this bag. I'm using Yarn Cafe Creation in the color Prickly Pear. And I'm making the Anacortes Pullover by Michele Fraz Knits, who is Michele Frazzetta. This is a broken rib pullover. And you can kind of see where I started my new skein. But I didn't really want to alternate skeins with the broken rib, so I didn't. But this has a twisted rib neckline that goes down through the raglan increases on both sides. Then the twisted rib continues down the side of the body. And this is an easy repeat. 1 row is knit, 1 row is the broken rib pattern, and every row has the twisted rib on the side. So I am almost finished with the body of this one. I think I have 2 more inches to go, and then the hem, holding it up, that seems probably something that it would fit nicely, and it's not too cropped. So I'm excited to keep working on this. This might not get finished until mid-June. I'm making the size 2. I'm using US 6 4mm needles for the main body and US 2.5, which is a 3mm for the ribbing. Then the last thing I worked on is in this bag. This is a bag my aunt had commissioned for me from my cousin. She does not make project bags for a living. She just makes them every once in a while. And this one is my No Frills Pullover by Petite Knit, and I'm using the Scarfie Light, and this color is Tiger Lily. is the right way, right? Yes. I am on the third skein. I bought 6 skeins. I'm on the third skein, and I'm on the second sleeve. I'm pretty sure this will get me through the rest of this sleeve. I was right here last time, so I did the rest of the sleeve. It has a 1x1 ribbed cuff, so I did a sewn bind off. I did not do the setup rounds for the tubular bind off, so this is the Italian sewn bind off. I did the Italian sewn bind off on the hem also. It's got like a 3-inch hem on both the hem and the cuffs. So this will be done soon. This is the back. I think I have all of my ends woven in except for the underarms. So this one I think is going to be so fun. I love the stripes. This is supposed to be knit with a fingering weight held with a mohair, and so this is kind of a fluffy, can you see the fluff? It's a fluffy yarn, so I thought that would be perfect for this. It says it is a Aran weight, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting gauge with this. So that will be finished soon. That is everything I knit on. I have an update on the Musselburgh hat from last week that I lost yarn chicken on. I have since ripped it all back. It is caked up, ready to start a new project. And then the everything marled mitts, I think was the name of them. I don't know if I have a picture. I should have took a picture, but I decided this morning I have one finished mitt and I need to start the second mitt, and I really don't like the first one. So I thought about it and thought about it, and I don't want to make the second one, and I don't even want the first one. So I sat down before I recorded and I ripped out the first one. So the project has been frogged. It is no longer on my active works in progress list. So I think I am down to 15 works in progress right now. I started the year with 22, so that is 7 less. I think I want to get down into the single digits for my works in progress. I think that might make me not feel as overwhelmed, but also I reorganized some of my yarn right before I started recording, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 projects ready to start. So I'm very much looking forward to this summer when I have more time to sit down and power through and finish some projects that I want to get done. I know I can finish my Tiltorch Knits Lily scrap blanket, and I will get even further on my gnome blanket I'm making for my friend Megan. I am going to be working on my honeycomb blankets that I decided to make for one of the ladies I work with for her 3 kids. Update on yellow honeycomb blanket. I hate that yarn. I'm not going to finish that yellow one. am going to frog it. I tried to work on it. Every time I see it, I think, oh, I don't want to work on that one. I don't like that yarn. So on Wednesday, I had some time to kill before the doctor's appointment, and we were in Utah, and so I decided, you want to go wander around Michael's and see what they got? Because my mom likes to craft too. She doesn't craft with yarn, but she crafts with other things, so she also likes to go hang out at Michael's. And I picked out some yarn. We walked in and I said, I'm gonna go look at the yarn, and I left everybody and went and looked at yarn. And if you saw the thumbnail, you saw the yarn. I picked out these two Patons Croix sock. I don't have this color yet, so I just grabbed this one. Excuse me. So I grabbed this one. I only grabbed one set of sock yarn. These are 50-gram skeins, so you can get a pair of shorties, or you need 2 balls to do long socks. I like long socks. So I got these, and then I really, really don't like that yellow yarn. So I was looking and I found this Lion Brand Pound of Love in yellow. And I decided to go with the Lion Brand Ice Cream Big Scoop as my contrast color, and I am going to rip out the other blanket and I'm going to start this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that other yarn yet. Maybe I'll hold it with something and do like a marled blanket or something. Maybe I'll hold it with like a strand of acrylic yarn, just to keep it, or maybe even do like a different pattern with a smaller needle. I don't know. I don't like it for the honeycomb blanket. Every time I go to work on it, I think, oh, I hate this yarn. So that is getting frogged. I have a new replacement idea for that. This is 454 grams, and this one is 284 grams. I might have needed 2 of these. I can always order a second ball from Michael's if I need to. If you are a teacher, sign up for the Michael's discount. I think it's 12%. So 10 to 12, or sometimes 15. I don't know what it is. So I got those and the Patons Croix yarn for socks. I am going to participate in summer sock camp this summer. Kayla has announced that she is doing summer sock camp this year, so head over to the Crazy Sock Ladies YouTube account and check that out if you would like to enter in summer sock camp. Also, it's just a make-along that she has named summer sock camp because you go to summer camp in the summer, or kids go to summer camp in the summer, and so she thought that would be a fun name for a knit along. So you just knit your socks, you put them in the Ravelry group, you tag her with the hashtag on Ravelry, not Ravelry, on Instagram, and that it's just a fun make along where you see how many socks you can knit. I think starting Memorial Day weekend and going until the end of August. Like August 31st, I think, is the last day. So that is everything I have for you today. I did buy more yarn, but I hate that other yarn and I'm not going to finish the project with it. So I needed a replacement yarn. So make sure you follow and subscribe, hit the like button, Remember the Cowboy Yarn Crawl this summer. It is from Memorial Day till Labor Day. All 9 yarn shops in Wyoming are participating this year. And until next Sunday, happy knitting.